What is going on, everybody? Sports expert here, and we have our third video out of all 30 teams for trade proposals. I do 5 trade proposals for each MLB team. We've done the Yankees and Dodgers already. Those videos are doing great, and we are going to do the Boston Red Sox now. So we're doing all 30 teams. This is team number 3. We're going to go from bigger markets to smaller markets, something like that. So yeah, if you guys like MLB content, want more free agency predictions, off-season predictions, trade videos, this is the place to be, because it seems like a lot of accounts on Bleacher Report and everything aren't posting trade and free agency predictions much yet, but I will be posting a lot of those now. I've done a free agency predictions video too. We're going to be posting a lot of those predictions and stuff for the offseason. So yeah, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, then turn on the post notification bell for those videos. Like the video, helps our video in the algorithm, so I really appreciate that, guys. And comment what you think about these trades. So I appreciate everyone being here. Let's get started. The first trade will be the Red Sox. They actually trade away a player. I have them trading away designated hitter JD Martinez. The universal DH will likely be coming to the National League, so the Cardinals are a team that might be looking into a designated hitter. Maybe they just go Albert Pujols for maybe his last year of his career, but JD Martinez would be perfect for the St. Louis Cardinals, a team that wants to win it all. They fired Mike Schilt. They're looking for a new face in Oliver Marmol. I don't know if that's going to make a huge impact. I don't know if I love the hire. I don't mind the hire, but I don't love it. But JD Martinez, I think this would fit the needle for the St. Louis Cardinals. And the Red Sox acquire catcher Ivan Herrera as a centerpiece and pitcher Austin Love. I don't think you're going to get much for Martinez just because it's only 1 year and he's making quite a bit of money. And Herrera, he's a solid prospect. He was top 100 before they updated the rankings. There's a lot of potential with him. You know, offensively, he looks solid. Defensively, he's fine. I mean, there can definitely be improvement, though, but he's fine, I guess. And pitcher Austin Love, definitely a nice pitching prospect. He won't be ready for a year or two, maybe just a year, but it'd be a shocker if he was in the majors next year. But he's putting up good numbers in the minors, and he could be a guy that could entice the Red Sox. This is trade number 1. Trade number 2, I have the Red Sox acquiring starting pitcher / relief pitcher, more relief pitcher, but can start if you need him to, maybe an opener or something like that, or maybe even a starting 4 or 5 innings. Pitcher Michael Fulmer and outfielder Victor Reyes. This would give the Red Sox a starter / reliever, a guy that can come out of the bullpen and start if they have an injury. He can make spot starts and everything. They have a couple guys like that, Garrett Whitlock and Tanner Houck. Maybe you can get a guy like Fulmer who's had potential in the past, but due to injury, it's definitely affected his play. And you get an outfielder in Victor Reyes. You get some outfield depth. Victor Reyes can hit about 250 plus. He was getting it going towards the end of the year, and he'll definitely gain some trade interest from a Tigers team trying to, contend and trying to build off their outfield. And I have the Tigers acquiring only one player, shortstop and second baseman Jeter Downs. You're not going to get a ton of value from Fulmer and Reyes, so I would say the Tigers can get a guy they could try at shortstop maybe. Maybe if they don't sign Correa, maybe they can get a guy like Jeter Downs. Downs might need another year or half a season in the minors. He didn't hit great in AAA, and maybe they find a way to switch him to the outfield with some guys like Daz Cameron. Struggle. Akil Badu's already probably a piece of their future, so he's locked in. So I like Downs. I think there's still a ton of potential there. Maybe he steps it up now that there will be a normal full season like there was last season, but the last year of development definitely affected a lot of top prospects. So I think Downs would be a guy that would interest the Tigers. Maybe they try him at shortstop along with Kreider if they don't sign Correa, and maybe they go for a bigger signing, like maybe they get a pitcher like Scherzer or someone like Chris Bryant. We'll see. For third base. And maybe can play the outfield. In my third trade, I have the Boston Red Sox acquiring center fielder Byron Buxton. This would give the Red Sox flexibility as they would be able to move a guy like Kike Hernandez to second base. I don't see much future with Alex Verdugo in center field. It just doesn't look good. He's more of a corner outfielder, left field, right field. He'll probably play more left field, so if the Red Sox can get a guy like Byron Buxton, that'd be huge for their championship aspirations, huge for their lineup, and they're a team that needs it too. So if I'm the Red Sox, I'm going all in for Byron Buxton and Kyle Bloom. You need to. And I have the Twins acquiring 4 players in the package. Second baseman and top 100 prospect who's had a great year, Nick York, a guy that was drafted in the first round of the 2020 draft. The Red Sox got a lot of criticism for drafting him. He was drafted 17th overall, and he was the 148th prospect in the draft. But the guy has been incredible, better than most of the first round picks from 2020. Outfielder Gilberto Jimenez, been great in the minors, who I believe is their 10th prospect. York is their 4th. Their 13th prospect is pitcher Connor Siebold. He saw some major league time. He's been okay, but he's a guy that the Twins could definitely be interested in. And pitcher Noah Song, who might be some time away from the majors, but definitely was solid in the minors and has some potential there for maybe a low-end starter and reliever. And he's their 30th prospect. So I think this is a fair deal here. The Red Sox, they will have to give up some capital here for sure because Buxton is a superstar type player when he's healthy. The problem is he can't stay healthy. Don't know if this package will work, but I don't know if Kai Bloom is this aggressive, but if he is, I would definitely pull the trigger. And if it definitely entices a team like the Twins, you've got to consider it. And they're going to need some infield help for the next few seasons, the Twins. In my 4th trade, I have the Red Sox acquiring Reds pitcher Sonny Gray. They need some pitching for sure. Eduardo Rodriguez is probably going to leave in free agency, barring something crazy. Maybe they re-sign him. I don't know. But even if they do re-sign him, I still feel like they need one more pitcher. So Sonny Gray is definitely a guy to go after. And this is video. I'm not saying this is all going to happen. I don't think so, obviously. But these are just trade proposals. Maybe that could happen. But I'm not all. This is not like an offseason plan. Just trades that could happen. Sonny Gray struggled at times last year. There was inconsistencies with him. But he's still a very solid pitcher, still an all-star talent, and any team would love to have him for the right price. And I have the Reds acquiring pitcher Garrett Whitlock, outfielder Jarren Duran, and pitcher Jay Groom. He does have 2 years on his deal, $10 million and $12 million, pretty affordable. And he is a starting pitcher with control, so that already is a sign that he's going to be worth a lot on the trade market. And I have the Reds acquiring a starter/reliever, Garrett Whitlock, who's probably going to be a reliever. Outfield, he makes some starts, maybe 4 or 5 innings like Fulmer, openings. Outfielder Jarren Duran, who couldn't have a future there in Boston, but I feel like he's not going to be one of those guys that they look up to too much. He could be a guy that's part of a trade. And pitcher Jay Groom, who has looked decent in the minors. Definitely a guy that could entice the Reds if they want another pitching prospect back. He's definitely a guy they need to look at. He might be a mid to low end starter and maybe a reliever, but I think he can start in the majors for sure. I think this is a solid package, and if this gets it done for the Red Sox and the Reds, I think it's a solid trade for both sides. And yeah, the Reds get some MLB talent too there. And the Red Sox, they acquire pitcher. And the thing about the Reds, though, they want to win. They may not want to trade Gray, but there's a lot of inconsistencies, and maybe they look to ship him off, save some payroll. Maybe they can sign someone else, and maybe re-sign some guys. And the 5th and final trade, I have the Red Sox potentially acquiring Herman Marquez, pitcher out of Colorado, of the Rockies. And I have the Rockies acquiring first baseman Tristan Casas, pitcher Garrett Whitlock, pitcher Brian Bello, and second baseman outfielder Tyler McDonough. Cautious, one of their top prospects. He's looked incredible in the minors, looked great in Double-A. He went up to the Olympics and looked great. Went up to Triple-A, I think. He looked all right there. Whitlock, obviously we went over him. Starter reliever type player. Pitcher Brian Bello, one of their top pitching prospects, the Red Sox. A guy that they'll probably have to send over for Marquez. Marquez is controllable until 2025, so it's going to take a lot. It might take even more than this, but we'll see. And second baseman outfielder Tyler McDonough. McDonough, hit very well in the minors. He's a guy that could be rising up in the rankings prospect-wise because of his versatility and his hitting ability. Maybe he doesn't show the most power in the world, but he's fast. He can definitely hit the ball, and his power can definitely develop over time. So this is why I think this could be the right deal, because Cautious is a great prospect. Whitlock is the guy that has potential. Bello is not a bad prospect at all. And McDonough might fly up the prospect boards and rankings everywhere in the future. So this is a package I could see the Rockies accepting. But the thing is, they probably don't want to trade Marquez. But if they do, here's something that could be interested for them they could be interested in. So I appreciate everyone being your sports expert here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video, helps our video in the algorithm. Comment what you think about these trades. I'm Out Guy, sports expert here. Today we're doing the Red Sox. Tomorrow I haven't 100% decided, but I think we're going to do the Cubs. So I'm out, guys. Sports expert here. Peace.